Brad, what is the #1 investment a small business or large business can make to have the single highest return on investment? The answer is effective training. A lot of times people want to start businesses. People know that I'm an entrepreneur. I've started and currently operate several successful businesses. And a lot of times people ask me, what is the single best investment I've ever made in business? And I must say, the single best investment I've ever made in business is effective training. Now, a lot of times people don't understand that effective training, although it is profitable, the most profitable investment a business can make has to be done effectively. The key word is effectively, because most businesses, surprising, are not training people effectively. Matter of fact, a lot of them don't train people at all. However, the ones that do train don't quite realize that they're doing it a little bit ineffectively. So they're spending a lot of time and a lot of money, and they're not getting the benefit of training. So let me just cover what it takes to properly and effectively train somebody. Regardless whether you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation or a small mom and pop business, this holds true from start to finish, from top to bottom. To train someone effectively, you need 4 key ingredients: good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. You see, without any one of these 4 ingredients, you're not training, you're exposing people. And that's the problem most companies are facing. They're spending a lot of time and money trying to train people, and they're simply exposing people and then wondering why it's not working. Well, it's not working because they're missing one of these 4 ingredients. You have to have good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. See, you have to have the right way to do it in the first place. So some companies that have good content, they don't provide repetition, they don't provide practice, and there's no accountability. So they only have one of those 4, which is why they're only exposing people to good information. They're not really training people, which is why they don't get the benefit. They don't get the behavioral change, and they don't get the impact they're looking for. Sometimes, even though they're still getting a little shot in the arm and they're getting a little benefit from the exposure, if you really want to invest, it doesn't cost you any more to do it right. You want good content delivered with repetition, practice, and accountability. See, then some companies that have good content, but they don't have repetition. Then some companies, they have repetition, but they don't have the right content. Sometimes they have good content, they have repetition, but they're not practicing, and they're not holding anyone accountable to actually doing what it takes, or doing what's been taught. You see, if you have good content and you deliver it with repetition and your people know what to do, but they're not actually doing it because you don't have accountability, that's the problem. Or you're not letting them practice, so they have the book smarts, but they don't have the actual experience implementing the information that you taught them, so they're a little bit nervous and it doesn't come out very smooth. So you have to have good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. You can't have two of the 4, you can't have 3 of the 4, you can't have 1 of the 4. You have to have all 4 in order to have effective training. If you look at the athletes in the world, the teams, the organizations that actually train their people, military, there's good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. Otherwise, the military would throw you a gun, let you watch a video, and send you off to war. Well, they don't do that, do they? No, they give you good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. If you're a top fighter, good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. If you're a good athlete in any sport, good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. It doesn't change just because we're employees or we're training people to work for us at our organization. Where's the good content? 9 times out of 10, you have that. You have people that are excellent, but nobody's virtualizing them. Nobody's duplicating what they do and what they think and what they know. Why? Because it's difficult. Well, it's not really difficult nowadays because we can leverage technology, especially like Lightspeed, but ultimately, we can use technology to allow us to deliver good content with repetition, practice, and have accountability through reporting metrics, notifications, etc. So trust me when I tell you, you can ask me until I'm blue in the face and my answer is going to be the same. Brad, what is the #1 investment a small business or large business can make to have the single highest return on investment? The answer is effective training, but the key word is effective. There's a lot of companies that think they're training people, but they're not. They're just exposing people. You need to effectively train your people, and you will get the single highest ROI out of any investment you can make. You don't believe me? Check it out. Try me out. Try what I told you out. If you don't know how to execute these things, call my company, Lightspeed Virtual Training. This is what we do. We help people build world-class interactive training systems so they can better train, develop, and communicate with their people. It's easy for us. We've been doing it 20 years. What do? We deliver good content with repetition, practice, and accountability, and obviously we help companies collect all of that and put it online and make it accessible. But at the end of the day, listen to me when I tell you, if you really want to make the biggest impact you can make on your company, create an effective training system. Create the ability to onboard and duplicate talent. You'll be glad you did. And don't wait till you're big to do it either. By then it becomes a hell of a challenge. Trust me, I've been dealing with it. So right now, ask yourself a question. Do I have a training system or do I have an exposure system? Because if you're exposing your people and nothing's happening, now you know why. The rest is up to you. If you don't believe me, I can't help you, but perhaps I can hit the target on a few other things. Perhaps you can hit the subscribe button. Perhaps you can check out more videos, more tips, more tricks. What are they? Sales, business, and life.